There's a moment just before the sun spills over the horizon, when the sky holds its breath. A hush, a heartbeat. In that fleeting pause right between night and day, something ancient stirs. Guardians veiled in light and legend, watching the fragile seam that holds the world together. Their names drift through Slavic folklore like a mist at sunrise. The sisters of the sun and the moon, the Zorya. Welcome to the Lorekeepers library, where the forgotten, the whispered and the wonderful find their voice. My name's Kaylee and I apologise for being on a little bit of a hiatus for the last couple of weeks. As some of you may know, Chris and I are preparing to get married in August, so I had my hen do last weekend. So everything's kind of been a bit all over the place and I do apologise for not releasing an episode. But here's a wonderful picture of me having my summer solstice pagan blessing from my bridesmaids that they organised as a wonderful surprise. So let's get back to it and get into the Sisters of the Sun and the Moon, the Zorya myth. Today we're unravelling the mythical mystery of the Zorya. Celestial sisters, ancient protectors, and perhaps the last line of defence between humanity and the unravelling of the stars themselves. But as always in folklore, nothing survives untouched. Their legend flickers between fragments, a song hummed by a grandmother here, and a whispered charm against sleepless nights there, half-forgotten tales buried beneath centuries of war, empire, and shifting faith. Yet when we piece those fragments together, they reveal a myth both beautiful and terrifying. A tale of light, fate, and cosmic guardianship older than the borders on any map. In Slavic mythology, the Zorya sisters embody the phases of light, their names drawn from Zorja, the dawn that crests the hills and washes the world in silver. Zorya Untrenyaya, the morning star, she's the maiden of the east, the first blush of the day. It's she who opens the gates of Zaborg's palace, releasing the sun's fiery chariot to gallop across the heavens. Zorya Untrenyaya, the evening star, the last glimmer at twilight. It is she who closes those celestial gates, tucking the sun away beyond the horizon and ushering in the quiet of night. And in some forgotten corners of the myth, half whispered by firelight, there lingers a third sister, Zorya Pulunch-yaya, the midnight star, veiled in mystery, gliding silent across the darkest hours of the world as it holds its breath. But their roles stretch far beyond marking the hours. Together the Zorya stand an eternal vigil over the Simargl, the colossal chained hound of prophecy. Simargl gnaws at his bindings, yearning to break free. Should he succeed, it is said that he would devour the stars, unravel the firmament, and plunge the universe into endless shadow. Each sunrise, each sunset, each midnight vigil, they're not routine, they are rituals. Their guardianship holds a delicate seam of reality, together staving off cosmic collapse one heartbeat at a time. Through their forms shimmer beyond mortal reach, the Zorya have never truly left us. Their presence lingers, woven through old songs and half-remembered charms, and the quiet superstitions of villagers stretching from the Baltic to the Black Sea. In Russia, in a hush of rural cottages, charms call upon their names to banish illness and unrest. Evening, Zorya Maria. Morning, Zorya Miriam Miana. Take this sleeplessness from me. sleep as fragile as the dawn rests under their keeping. In the Slovine hills, a ballad still echoes between valleys. Zorya lost her ring. Mother, brother, sister, darling, help me find it. The ring, a perfect circle, symbolises unity, wholeness, and the eternal cycles they safeguard. Across Ukraine and Belarus, farmers once lifted their faces to the paling sky at dusk, whispering, Zorya, protect the fields, keep the frost at bay, hold back the shadows. To harvest, to love, to journey, all unfolded under their watchful gaze. Even the language remembers. Polish, Zorja, glows with the meaning of dawn. Romanian Zorya whispers of the morning's fragile light. The Zorya live on, not merely in heavens, but in the quiet stories told by firelight, in the songs sung at dawn and dusk, and ages like a gentle breath of memory. But perhaps the most haunting echoes linger in the tales of wondrous siblings, those born marked by the heavens. One such legend drifting from Russian hearths tells of a prince who overhears 3 sisters boasting of their worth. The eldest vows to weave garments finer than gold. The second pledges to bake feasts that never fade. But the youngest promises what no hand can craft. She will bear him children touched by the cosmos. The sun upon their brows, the moon upon their napes, stars upon their temples. And so the prophecy unfolds. The cosmic children are born, wondrous, radiant. But envy festers like a creeping shadow, and the elder sisters conspire, spiriting the boys away, hiding them, as though the brilliance of the sun and the moon and stars could be snuffed out. Yet destiny is rarely easily so rewritten. The boys survive, hiding, growing, glowing. Their existence a defiant echo, light after darkness. In time they reclaim their place, just as the Zorya usher back the day, again and again. This motif ripples across Slavic lands, Romania, Serbia, Ukraine, each version carrying their imprint. Celestial triplets woven with sun, moon and stars, living reflections of cosmic order hidden within human lives. They remind us that light, though lost, though hidden, always finds its way home. Though temples crumble, though borders shift, the Zoryas endure, woven into the very fabric of time itself. Their shadows stretch beyond Slavic shores, through Indo-European dawn myths, alongside Greek Eos, Roman Aurora, Norse maidens who ride the sky. Yet uniquely the Zorya guard not merely light, but fate itself. They hold back apocalypse with delicate, unwavering hands. Agrarian rites long whispered beneath harvest moons invoke them, offerings of bread left beneath paling stars, and circles danced in twilight fields mimicking the sun's endless turning. Their power lingers too, in modern retellings, from ink pages to glowing screens. Neil Gaiman's American Gods resurrects the fates, mother, maiden, crone, preserving their triple goddess heartbeat in a world so quick to forget. Even now in scattered charms and rural lullabies, their names slip softly through the generations, guardians of light, of time, of the precious balance between night and day. So when the fair star blinks awake at dusk, pause. When the morning sky blushes pink, trembling on the edge of possibility, remember. The sisters stand still, on the unseen threshold, as guardians of time, as keepers of balance. Silent sentinels stitch in the fabric of existence together, so the world may spin for one more day. And should you wake in the dark hours, troubled, uncertain, perhaps spare a whisper for the Zorya Pulunchanyaya, watching, unseen, until the dawn comes again. Thank you for wandering the tangled threads of myth and memory with us. the Lorekeepers Library. Until next time, may the Zorya light your way and you always continue to explore the world with wonder.